welcome. Okay, let me look at the stuffs, and then we can sugar puffs. The most dangerous film in the world? I'm not interested. It's obviously clickbait. This film is so dangerous, it'll make you shit. Oh my god! Don't say so. Heck no. Okay, send the tweet. Yeah, I always forget about this. Where is is it just called release? Yes, it is. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Hello? Okay, yabba dabba doo. I'm a little flustered. Little bit flustered. There's too many windows to manage. But it's okay. Take your time and become the man you always wanted to be. Anyway, here's the first request. Please select a voice. Oh, yeah, shit. You know, it's only been 3 weeks since I've done this, but I've completely forgotten the routine. Okay. Is it gonna...
Me aka Twitchy as a cowboy shooting 2 guns. One says be poof, the other says is real, and standing beside me as a ape cowboy. Twitchy_gamer.
You know, requests without punctuation truly are an amazing thing. Okay, let's get this music playing. Yeah, that's good. Just want it playing softly. Ugh, too many windows. That's the thing about Doodle Redeems. It's Kirby. It's Cribby. Okay, Twitchy as a cowboy shooting 2 guns. One says the proof, the other says real. And I'm standing alongside as an ape cowboy. Okay. Ok. Yeah. It's Crimbus. You know, it's funny. When I move the mic, I can see the audio levels go brrr, but I can't hear it. It's weird. Okay, I need another... I need to open something because I am unoriginal and lazy. Where is it? I know I've done... Doodle Redeems with Twitchy in it But where the heck have I saved them? What the hell? What the hell? Am I after this? I guess that'll have to do. It looks a bit... Actually, that's actually the facial expression I would like to use, so... Let's grab that face. It's a little small, but whatever. I can always overgo it. Yeah, it's a bit blurred. That's fine. Did you know tracing over your own work counts as plagiarism? It's true. You're doodling. Gasp. I know, it's weird. Nice. I was looking at my savings a few days ago, and obviously I'm not going to tell you how much I have, because that's just ridiculous. Like, yeah, watch me shoot myself in the foot, gamers! But, it turns out I saved way more money than I thought I had. It was quite a pleasant surprise. So, as a little treat to myself, I've purchased a bunch of games. Well, I've purchased 2, whilst I've invested the other money in pre-orders for things I know I want. And it's like, 4 games, that's a lot of money. Well, that'll give you an idea of how much I had saved up, that I thought, hey, I could actually just spend this without there being any repercussions. Saving is cool, especially if you do it and you don't notice exactly. Since you're plagiarizing yourself, can you sue yourself? I sure can, and I've got a feeling that I might win. One can't plagiarize themselves? I'm afraid they can. And I'm not just saying that for a funny, it's true, you can plagiarize yourself. In... It's a really stupid law, and the only reason that law exists is because fat, wealthy publishers want all the money. It's like, you can't make the same work for someone else. Suing you! I think that's... Oh god. Twitchy without facial hair looks fucking weird. Looks like a Family Guy character. You saved up more money than you thought. Now you have more money. 19 months. Oh my god, thanks. Thank you, Brandon. I love you. Ooh, boy. What am I doing? Get that brown. This music's going, holy shit. Nice. After finding out they had more money than he thought, it really was surprising. I didn't just I didn't just immediately think, "Oh shit, yeah, time to spend some crap." It was I looked up and I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually pretty good." So I did spend like an hour doing finance calculations. I was looking up like, okay, what would happen if I did spend money whilst still having this? Would everything be cool? And yes. So that's why I made the purchases. It's like, I can spend this much money and not be in trouble. Kalu Kalay, what a day. What games did I get? I purchased Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I also purchased Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, because I want to stream that. And streaming that is an extremely safe way of not getting in trouble with Toonami. It's like, hey guys, come watch some anime with me, but it's a video game, so that makes it okay. So I don't know. Lore is weird. And the other two purchases were pre-orders. The pre-orders were the new Kirby game, and the other pre-order is the Klonoa collection. And I got a bit of a story to tell you about the Klonoa collection, which I thought was pretty funny. I made the pre-order purchase right about sometime this morning, and then I went on Twitter, and about 10 minutes after I logged onto Twitter, there was a post that said the Klonoa collection is the UK #1 bestseller. And there was a moment in my head where I just leaned back and went, "You're welcome." But it was amazing to see. Did I get any monkey games for March? I did not. I guess, does Goku count as a monkey? I guess so, yeah. Saiyans are pretty primate-ish. I guess I could stream Kakarot. What do you guys think? I was thinking not. I was thinking of saving it, but if you guys don't mind, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind streaming Kakarot all of Monday. That's fucking cool. Big money, big games. You single-handedly saved Klonoa. I did it! As the UK representative, I was the one. I made the money. I can get rid of this now. Yeah. But Goku looks like a human, so no go. It is. It's a very grey line. It's a very big, smelly grey line. Goku is also based on Son Goku, the Monkey King. If you run out of monkey games, yeah, that's fair. And it can run over into April. We'll see. I have plenty of monkey games planned. Don't you worry. It's not pre-orderable anywhere here yet. Fuck! That sucks. It will be, though. It will be. Have faith. Have faith. Look at him. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Oh wait, shit, no, fan means something else in another language, fuck. Don't say words. we might need to get it from abroad like you did with Puyo Puyo 2. But there's still plenty of time. There is. Yeah, there's lots of time. I wouldn't have made the pre-order if it wasn't available in the UK. Like, I probably would have just bought something else, like Elden Ring or something. But I was on Amazon, and I was like, I wonder if Klonoa is available. Clickety-clack-clack, and it was. I was like, alright. Pre-order purchase ready. I don't mind pre-ordering games that I know are going to be good. I don't pre-order shit that I'm like, maybe. So, pre-ordering Kirby and Klonoa, that's a really safe bet. I don't mind giving them money before release. Puyo Puyo 2. Pure Pure.
Pew.
Pure! Pure! Okay, enough of me being stupid. That sounds like a cocked gun. It was a can, I promise. It's a it's a kind of it's a tropical fruit drink. It's called Rio. It's delicious. It's not a gun, I promise. Oh, hydrate, shit. Fuck. Rio is very good. It's very tasty. It's just everything. If you want to know what it tastes like. It's like fruit punch. It's mega fruity. It's not one flavor. It's just all the delicious flavors you can imagine of a fruit drink. It's very good. I like a bit of Rio now and then. The problem is with Rio, though. Enough of me being silly, Cox gun. Oh my god, the implications there. Holy shit. Let's not. Let's not do. Holy fuck, no. I choose to believe the joke goes towards me holding the chat ransom because that's less dark. Oh shit, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I remember now. I need cowboy clove references. Cowboy outfit. It could be any outfit, it doesn't matter. Let's go for... yeah, let's go for that one. That's colourful. Hold on, what if I... What if I just leave it as that? That's so stupid. Whoa! God, Kirby music is so fucking good! Okay. Okay, the request was him holding two guns. That's gonna look weird. Okay. Just draw yourself as John Marston, but with a monkey face. I've got an idea of what I want for the monkey. You're busy trying to make Chast a hostage. You forgot he was going to do. I would be a very bad bank robber. I would get distracted super easy. Like, alright, hand over the Ooh. Oh, dude, there's little blue pens, fuck. And they're attached to the chain and shit. I haven't seen those in years. That's how it would go. I've given him really broad shoulders. That is not correct. That's better. And have the... That's it. Oh my god. It's so enchanting, I love it. You know, I often imagine the reason why Sakurai hasn't taken over Nintendo is purely due to outdated bureaucracy. I think if Nintendo had more up-to-date business practices, Sakurai would be in charge of Nintendo. I think Miyamoto would have been dethroned years ago. And I'm not exaggerating either, I truly believe that. God, I hate guns. In real life and drawing them, they're really difficult. The CEO is not Furukawa, not Miyamoto. Oh yeah, I probably should have said what I meant by in charge. I know Miyamoto is not the CEO, but Miyamoto is like the big boss creative director. I think that's more along the lines of what I meant. I don't think Miyamoto could be the president. He doesn't have the brain for it. I've seen the old footage of him from the 50s. The 50s? Fuck. That's way too far back. I didn't mean the 50s, I meant the 70s. I've seen footage of him from the 70s being a nationalist. And it's like, okay, yeah, my respect for this man has gone down, so... never mind. He's not a businessman, no. He is problematic. There's a lot about the man, jokes aside, that's like, dude, I don't think you should be working anymore. I think you should retire. No. Please retire. No. And he gets in his little go-kart and starts hitting people with bamboo sticks. It's like, please retire. It would make us all so much happy. No. This is an awful looking gun. I'm just gonna wing it. I don't know how to draw guns. I don't know what they look like. How does one hold a gun? So I don't know what gun. I don't know a damn thing about guns. Okay, so if you're holding a gun, your thumb rests there, and your little pinky comes through that hole. So I guess that's where a pingur is gonna be? Maybe? I have no idea. Gun. This is so shit. You cannot stop me. You created me. Oh god, he's right. Please somebody stop him. The only man that can stop him now is Sakurai. And he's too much of a family guy to do anything about it. We're doomed. Gun. That's the shittest gun. Looks nothing like. Oh well. Okay, at least it kind of looks like a gun. But it's fucking awful. Anyway. Sakurai doesn't even work for Nintendo. He doesn't. He has his own company. So HAL Laboratory is completely separate. I thought it was a sister company to Nintendo. Gun looks perfectly fine. Wait. So if you hold the gun... They have to fix the monochrome shop minigame if they remastered Digimon World. It's Sakurai Limited, not HAL. Or is it sorta? It's sorta. Either way, it's his company. Okay. I know next to nothing about Nintendo. Not my expertise at all. I don't really bother trying to learn anything about what they do and who they are. Because there's no point. Wait. How the fuck do guns reel? What the hell? So if that's the little schnushkole, and that's where the barrel lives... This is... Oh my goodness gravy. Gun! Fuck off. God, I hate guns. Draw a water pistol? How do you draw I don't know how to draw guns of any kind. I know how to draw extremely extravagant, fictitious weapons, but an actual pistol? Not a fucking clue. What is a water gun? It's a figure 8 with a schnuss on the end? That's fucking... Just get this over and done with. Let's give him bow legs, like a real cowboy. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, pilgrims. Man, he was a horrible human being. What was his name? He was in like every Western ever. And I don't mean Clint Eastwood, I mean the one that did the TV shows. Clint Eastwood isn't a horrible man. Am I thinking of John Wayne? Is that the character name or the actor name? Branson? What? I don't. Also trying to get the Frigimon? Frigi. Steve Buscemi? Western actor, name you know. John Wayne was in a shit ton of westerns, but he was known for being a massive piece of shit. So it is John Wayne. Okay. Yeah, John Wayne. Yeah, John Wayne. He was in a lot of westerns, mostly television westerns. But he was a monster. He did a lot of nasty things, and he was allowed to get away with it because he was famous and he made the company money. So it was one of those situations where it's like, hey, could you kind of ignore all of the harassment and crime? This guy makes us a lot of money, and it'd be really bad if we had to fire you instead. Or we could all just forget it ever happened. And you both get to keep your jobs. How's that sound? Yeah, John Wayne, he was a monster. Horrible man. His legs are too short. Whatever, it's good. Allegedly, he wouldn't work on a film if any woman... Okay, if any woman had a higher pay than him, even if he wasn't the main role. Right. I had to read that for myself. I was like, oh god, I hope you're not going to say what I think you're going to say. But yeah, he was a horrible man. But Clint Eastwood, on the other hand, the one that was all in the one in the ones the man that was in the big films, like Fistful of Dollars and stuff. He was actually a really nice guy. I think you're gonna have to correct me on this if I remember this wrong. I think during one of the productions of the movie, they ran out of money, and instead of just packing it all up, Clint Eastwood actually put his house up for mortgage so they could finish the film. And I was like, holy shit! Dude! So it's real night and day Western actors. He was in Good, Bad, and Ugly, I think. He remortgaged his house as well. That film was a huge success. Yes! Okay, so I did get the history right. Yeah. Clint Eastwood, man, what a dude. You don't often hear shit like that anymore. Actors paying out of their own pocket to make something work. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly is really fun as well. It's a good film. That's a really good Western. If you're into that sort of thing, of course. I don't want to do stars. Let's do diamonds instead. Did you know that Sylvester Stallone sold his dog to get the first Rocky off the ground, and after he succeeded, he brought the dog back? Oh, I didn't know that. That's really fun. Good old Sylvester. Good old Sloane. Good old Sloane. Big up for Sloane, everybody. If I remember correctly, you don't remember if this was a rumor or confirmed, but Clint Eastwood was supposed to play Two-Face in the Batman 66. It never happened, but they made a comic book based on the episode script, and if you recall correctly, Two-Face appearance on Clint Eastwood loosely in that. I like to believe that. Also, I got rid of that, and that's not what I wanted to do. I like to believe that, though. That's cool. It's like how I know Star Wars has kind of fallen out of favor, but I like to tell the story a lot because it's cool because it's like, dude, we could have gotten a completely different Star Wars if this had happened. The man that plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars films, the old man in the original trilogy, that was originally meant to be Tom Selleck. But he turned down the role. He was like, nah, don't wanna. And I like to imagine, imagine if we got Tom Selleck as Obi-Wan Kenobi. That would have been weird. Big fucking mustached. Another thing with Eastwood, when filming Gran Torino, he was given the younger. He was giving the younger actors free lessons on how to, and told them stories about the film process back in the day. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Clint Eastwood's a nice man. It's really funny though, because it's such a parallel to who he acts. Like, the reason you wanted Clint Eastwood in your cowboy films is because he pulled off the badass really well. He pulled off the "do you feel lucky, punk" kind of stuff. Like, that was the reason you got Clint Eastwood in your cowboy film. But in real life, he's like he's really pleasant. He's a good person. It's so strange. Do you feel lucky, punk? Not really. Not against you, sir. I actually am quite terrified. That's not part of film. That's an outlet. Whoops. Dude is in his 90s and he's still going. He's a healthy boy, I think. Actually, no, he's not. He chewed a lot of tobacco. I saw him do it. Okay. I just got a prediction. When it's gonna happen, but when Clint Eastwood, finally kicks the bucket, they are going to re-release all of his films on public media, on DVD and all that, and it's going to be a gigantic box set of everything he's ever been in, like the Clint Eastwood Memorial Collection or something like that. And as much as I hate it when companies take advantage of celebrity deaths, that would be really cool, because they haven't done anything like that yet for him. You can't get all of his stuff, all of his media in one localized area yet. That's just something that's something you just can't get. It's not real. It just doesn't exist. So as a way of paying respects, I think I might get it. Rip the media, put it on a hard drive, and Have a Western fest. Yo, this music's going, holy shit. They did the same thing with Michael Jackson when he died back in 2009? Was it? 2009, 2008? They released just a fucking big piece of media that had everything he ever worked on from his early days to his late days, even the obscure shit in between. And I was just like, I know you're just doing this to make money off this poor dead man, but at the same time, that's a really nice collection. Fuck. Imagine if they did the same thing with game developers. Okay, here's something. Imagine if game developers got the same treatment as like movie stars and music people. Imagine when the Pac-Man creator died, or way back when he finally kicked the bucket. Imagine if Namco was like, in honor of the great creator of Pac-Man, you too can now own the Memorial Pac-Man collection, featuring everything. Wouldn't that be amazing? But they didn't. But they totally should. And it's happening. I know it's not fun to think about, but these legendary developers that created some of the coolest shit ever are entering their twilight years now. And I think it would be really cool for when they eventually, you know, rest in peace, to release some kind of memorial collection in honor of. That would be really flippin' sweet. And gamers would eat that up. They fucking would. Arnie helped one of his stunt people with his physical rehab after an accident and paid for it all. And you think this was either Commando or Predator. Wow. Satoru Iwata, that would be really cool. Imagine if you got the Satoru Iwata collection. That would just be a collection of all... That would be just pretty... Wouldn't that just be everything Nintendo has ever made all the way up to his death? I'm pretty sure Iwata had his fingers in every project. Dude was insane. He insisted in being involved in everything. He was a good boy. And he was the president of Nintendo at the same time. Holy shit, Iwata was amazing. Fuck. What a man. It's time to monetize people's deaths in the video game industry. As fucked as it is, I think it is time. Video games make more money than film industry now. It's about to start, you know. I think it's time to start being more greedy. These legendary devs who develop the big companies don't get the recognition they deserve when they pass away. They don't! It sucks! Did they honor Iwata in Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Can somebody confirm that? The corporations have taken over, in a sense. Ugh, bureaucracy. Ugh. They did. Iwata lives on in a beautiful manner in Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's so fucking cool. That kicks ass. My 3DS actually has Iwata's Mii on it. You know how you can do that, the Mii Pass thing? When you walk past somebody and you get their Mii as like a visitor. Mine has Iwata's Mii on it, and it's like... it's like, okay, well, this 3DS is never going to be formatted then. It's it's just going to be that forever. Ed Boon got a Lifetime Achievement Award at the weekend. thoroughly deserved a Lifetime Achievement Award. For what? For just Mortal Kombat? I mean, that's fine, but it's very generalized. There's a very Iwata-looking man in Breath of the Wild who tells you about the legend of Satoru Mountain. I think that's what it's called. On a certain night, you can find and ride the Lord of the Mountain, which is a mythical, completely unique being. It's quite lovely. That is a really fucking cool thing. I thought you were going to say your DS is signed by Iwata. No, I wasn't that lucky. I wasn't that lucky. I'll tell you what I do own, though, that's signed. I have a Sonic the Hedgehog comic that is the... Hold on. Let me see if I can find... I'm not going to rummage through all my crap to find it, but... Sonic Origins comic? It's the one where it's like... They rebooted it so it's all like the original... It's like the original games. Based on the original games, they only did a few issues. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Oh, God. Let me get the picture. I think it was called Sonic Genesis. Comic. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, for crying out loud. It was Sonic Mega Drive. Found it. Okay. That's what the comic is called. Let's get a picture of it. I'll slap it inside the... I'll slap it inside Photoshop real quick. Yeah. I have this. I have this comic in the 25th anniversary because it's, it was a Sonic comic based on the original games. So, like, they wrapped up... They collected all the lore from the original games and turned it into a narrative. And it spans over a couple of issues. I have this issue, and it's signed by the voice actor of Sonic. I forget his name at the time. Sonic voice actor. There's been so fucking many. Not the current one. The one from the Adventure Days. Not Roger Craig Smith. God, this would be so much easier if I just found the fucking thing. Ryan Drummond. Yeah. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's the movie. Is it Jason Smith? No, it's not Jason Smith either. You know, I probably would just save time if I just found the comic and read the signature. Give me a moment. Sonic Adventures, Sonic voice actor. It was from the Dreamcast guy. So it is Ryan Drummond, okay. That's strange, because if you look up Ryan Drummond, it credits him in being in the movie, which is not correct at all. Weird. That was embarrassing. Was it Jason Griffith? Ryan Drummond is the God, that was really fucking hard just to get. That wasted a good 10 minutes. I apologize. That was awful. I probably just should have kept that inside of my head and then just posted it later in the Discord. That would have been way fucking easier. I'm embarrassed. That was really inefficient. How did I get that? My then girlfriend got it for me. It was a really good gift. She knew somebody that was going to the 25th anniversary Sonic convention for the whole Sonic Mania thing. and not Mania, excuse me, but the comics were being released there, and without telling me, she got her friend to buy that comic for me and sign it for me, and she brought it back and gave it to me as a gift. Really cool gift. I've missed some stuff. You can see that Kojima doing something like that is making out all the stuff. Rose up, Patriots, some bollocks. Man, Kojima and Konami need to fucking make up. It's really it's embarrassing at this point. Yo, that's a weird looking mount. It's cool though. It's got... Why has it got so many eyes? It's kind of creepy. It's creepy beautiful. It's cutable. Creepable. You know, at first, when Kojima and Konami fell out, it was justified. It's like, yeah, you know, Konami treated Kojima very poorly. Completely, you know, 100% justified to just walk out. But at the moment, it's getting kind of embarrassing because the people in charge of Konami who did that to him are no longer there. Like, they've either left or have been fired. And at this point, it's just petty. It's like the people who fucked you over are gone, dude. You're mad at a logo at this point. It's one of those old man yells at clouds situations. Hey, Twitchy, there you are. I've been on I've been on this one for almost an hour. I should really get to it. I should really get to it and finish this. And then we can talk more. About video games and or sausages. Grumpy ape. I'll fix that in a moment. Oh, does that overlay? Whoops. Twitchy should be in front to make the scene make sense. That's it. I think this is the most obese I've made myself yet. It's getting worse. I'm not this fat. But it's I can't help myself at this point. It's just fun drawing fat people. They got an amazing shape. Fat guys have a really cool shape. They're fun. You can do a lot with them. Okay, got the shape down. Bubbio. Okay, let me look at the chat some more. You're on Kojima's side, though? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely on Kojima's side. He did exactly the right thing when he left. But the hatred is misplaced now. It's... the people responsible are gone. It's, it just feels very weird. It feels kind of awkward. It's like it's like when your parents fight. It's like, listen, I know there's a lot of pumped up energy, but you guys really shouldn't be fighting, for Christ's sake. Just fucking relax. It's like, I bet you guys don't even know what you're fighting about anymore. Whoops. Goody there. Go. Ida. Go. Go, Ida. Go. Ida. Go. Ida. Go. Most of the shareholders, most of them got ousted by the shareholders. Yeah, exactly. They got kicked the fuck out. That's the parts that everybody ignores. Like, yeah, it was a horrible thing, and I'm not saying it wasn't a horrible thing, but you gotta understand, the people responsible for what happened got fucking punished. It wasn't something that the higher ups at Konami ignored. They were watching and listened, and when it all happened, they came down on the people responsible like a ton of rocks, and it was satisfying. But at the time, everybody was just so focused on how Kojima felt, which is warranted completely. But it was like, guys, you just missed the best bit. All the people responsible for that just got fucking fired. Like, big fired as well. It was something like, they got dishonorably, it was like a dishonorable discharge, almost. They got stripped of everything. It was brutal. Justly so, though. Justly so. I think it's because if he goes back, he'll end up with Metal Gear again. He doesn't want to do Metal Gear anymore. That's fair. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not saying he should go back to Konami, but I think he should, you know, let it go. It's over. It's done. Rock. It's not fat, it's power. You could do better without Konami. Absolutely, yeah. More freedom, exactly. Yeah, Kojima should stay out of Konami. He's in a really good position. Very lucky. It's like the gif of the beached whale you used. I like him. I like the full video. I don't know what language it is, but they approach him, and I think the guy's just asking how he is. Like, you okay, dude? He's like, do you need any help? It's so good. Oh, I need to find it. Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to put the stream on hold. We need to watch it. We need to watch it together. Like a family gathers around the TV at Christmas. fat guy on ice. Will this work? Yes! Found it! Oh, it's Russia, apparently. Okay. Kirby, shut up. Kirby! Kirby, shut up! Fuck. You think you know a guy. Look at him. Okay. Fucking well, look at him. Okay, where's the... Look at this fucking... Turn the volume up.
Батя, нормально? Нормально все? А, нормально, говорю, все? Рыбач. Рыбач. Клюет хоть? Ага.
It's not even... Can anybody make anything out of that? It doesn't sound like he's saying anything. It's just noise escaping his mouth. You okay, dude? Oh my god, I didn't notice that before, but I think he wakes him up. He wakes up and you hear a snore that's like a... Listen.
Нормально все? А, нормально, говорю, все? Давай, рыбач. Клюет хоть? Ага.
What a dude! Oh god, I love him. He's my new favorite character. Whoa, there we go. He's my new favorite character. Oh boy. The underscore gaming writer underscore what's up? It's Eric. It's not Eric. Eric wouldn't be seen doing shit like that. That's rude. I'm gonna give my gorilla some threads. He looks a bit out of place. Hold on, let me read the rest of everything. I don't think they actually hate each other anymore, but they don't want to work together. But then again, I don't know, follow the news, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure it's not as bad as I imagine, but it just feels a bit weird is all. It's like, do you actually hate each other anymore, or is it just all for publicity? Bad people being fired in the industry? Well, it does happen from time to time. Not as often as it should, though. You bullied out our biggest source of revenue. Konami literally causes a rock slide to fall on their heads. Pretty much, yeah. It's like you just chased away Mr. Moneymaker. You are so fucking fired. You are gone. Can't be worse than the abuser. Let me try that again. You could be the... Why is this Kirby music so fucking quiet? What the hell? You could be the worst abuser ever, but the moment you make a bad business decision, it's all over for you. How did he get there? I don't know. But there's a fridge behind him, so I don't know. there was a fridge behind him, so maybe he just went for a walk. He woke up the beast. That just looks so natural, part of the environment. It's amazing. He looks so fun. Looked like he went fishing or something and just passed out. I love him. He's another fat guy I need to do research on. I liked the acknowledgement as well. Like he asked him something. I don't know Russian, but he asked him something, and he went, uh-huh. So I don't know. There's something there. I want... Maybe somebody in the comments has translated what they said, and I'll look later, but I do want to know more about that situation. It fascinates me. How did he get there? Who is he? Why is he so comfortable? No, that's not how it works. That's it. Nope, that's not how it works either. That's a bit better. Okay. It's looking a bit better. David Attenborough next documentary, The Sleeping Ice Giant. I'd love that. He's a good boy though, I bet. Let's give myself a hat. And here we see the ice hippo. Oh, that's rude. Speaking of hippos, I learned something about hippos a few days ago that was like, holy shit, how come nobody told me about this? But, did you guys know that there is a completely different separate species of hippo that lives on a completely different continent, and they're super small? They're called Pygmy Hippos, and they live in the rainforests of South America. I had no idea these guys existed. You did? Oh my god. They're super tiny. They're like the size of a dog. They live in the rainforest and marshlands of South America, and they just look like regular hippos, but miniature. They're amazing. I learnt about them a few days ago, and I was like, fucking what? There we go, I look a bit more in place now. You were also aware? What the hell? Everybody knew about these hippos. Except me. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? You want a baby hippo? You want a tiny hippo for Christmas? Hold on, what was the request for this? One says the proof, the other says is real. Yeah, I thought so. Do you not? I don't really want pets right now. I don't have the facility for it. It would be cruel. Not enough room. If I had no choice but to get a pet, it would have to be something that lived in a very small terrarium or something. But not something that could roam the house. Not even a tiny hippo. It would be too cruel. There's not enough space here. I'd feel too bad. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I live in a box. Turtle? Maybe. Yeah, maybe some sort of aquatic creature that I could keep in a water tent. But I'm not interested in pets right now. I need to get my fucking life together. I don't have time for pets! If I lived with somebody else where we could share the load of looking after a pet, then yeah. But I live alone. And I have hardly enough time for myself. So it's a no-go. It would just be cruel. If I got a pet. Be very selfish. That's a weirdly tailed speech bubble, but okay. Whoa, alright then. Try that again. Okay, we need to whiten up these peepers. Didn't he want the guns to be saying those things? With two guns, one says, "Oh, whoops!" Well, how am I going to make that possible? This is the fair compromise. We spent too long on this anyway. You just finished a crazy round of balloons. How was the crazy round of balloons? Did you balloon? Okay, before you tell me, was there A, balloons and dots? If either of those is a yes, then we're ending the stream, because fuck. How do we improve on that? The sweats. No problem. Yeah, I gumbled. I fucked. I wasn't paying attention to the grammar of the of what was said in the request, and I made a fook. I messed up. I messed up big time, Charlie. The FPS got so bad, it was like 1s and 2s. I love it. You know what I do like about balloons? I like it when shit gets so hectic that even if the game does have music, it just sounds like for straight 30 seconds, and it's like, well, okay, I didn't really want to know what the game sounded like anyway, so I guess this works. Cactus. Cooktas. Almost done with this. Oh, made a mistake. I should have done this. There we go. And we're done! A lovely western piece. We're pissed at something. We're pissed at something. And it's up to you to decide who it is. He's got his guns out, and I'm... I'm not pleased. Should make a cactus that's just a hand sticking up with a middle finger. The West is already spicy enough. I don't think we need to... Cow... Boy... Poof. That'll be the name of this one. Save. God, that one took a long time. My fault, though. We were talking about video games too much. That should have taken no less than 40 minutes. But the video game topics, they were too strong. Alright. New. Okay. Okay, what's next in the... Okay, Curb Music, you can calm down. Calm down, Curb Music, you're making me sweat. Oh, right. Go!
A Kokobo and a Dragon Quest slime at a picnic wearing party hats. THATGREENTUDE 95.
Thanks, voice, for fucking that up again. You're doing great. Sick of that thing. You named your image the same name as Brokeback Mountain's alternative title. Did you ditch the scary text to speech bots? I did not. Sloim. Sloim. Fucking Sloims, dude. Voice be like, I gotta get this right. This should be easy. Chocobos and the slimes are super easy. Chocobo. I want it to be a cute chocobo though. I want it to be the... Yeah, I want it to be this guy. This guy is up to something and you'll never know what it is. Whoa. What's this? Okay. I'm actually more for this one. This... I like that. I like the duality. Chocobo looks fed up. but the slime is super happy, and they're at a picnic. I like it. I'm more for this. Oh, the duality of parties. I do so like parties. You get a bunch of balloons out, the world lags, becomes 5 per frames, but it's okay. Because the world is having a great time. And nothing can stop that. Looks at chat, shits a little bit. You'll never know. I'll clean that later. It's the Chocobo from World of Final Fantasy. Love that game. It's pretty much FF Pokemon. Oh yeah, I heard people talking about that a lot. I heard when Shiny Boys and Crystal Men was being announced last winter, that's all anybody was talking about. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I heard about it. That's the end of the story. Yeah, imagine this music following you when you go to visit your granddad and he's like, "What is?" Nah. Only Final Fantasy game you've ever completed. I think I've finished 3 Final Fantasy games and... Oh, 4 actually. I finished 4 Final Fantasy games. And after that, I got really bored. I was like, they're all the same, but they're just laid out differently. So I stopped playing them. I played through 3. These are all the Western releases, so don't get confused with titles. I played through 3, 4, 7, 8. And does the MMO count? I guess so. I haven't really technically finished it. I played it all the way up to Shadowbringers, and I enjoyed it. But regardless of enjoyment, I remember finishing the MMO, and I was just like... Every Final Fantasy game is just the same story, but the pieces are jumbled up so that it looks like it's different. And I guess that's okay if you want to save money, but just... I don't know. Once you notice that, and then you look into more Final Fantasy games, you start to notice a pattern, and it's like, I don't want to play your games anymore. Because it's just... It's all the same. And that's... I'm not okay with that. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I am being way more gentle than I need to be. Seven is highly overrated and it doesn't need a remake. I'd agree, yeah. Yeah, what is? 8 needed the remake more. That game has more of an intense amount of cut content. 8 did seem, out of the ones I've played, 8 did seem like the more interesting out of the bunch. Out of the bunch! Seven was very dark. That's not a good thing or a bad thing, that's just simple observation. 3 and 4 were extremely typical medieval RPG. And again, nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. They're just observations. And the MMO was interesting. It was like all. Like they crammed in everything they could. And it made for an interesting experience. I really love the soundtrack of Shadowbringers. I thought, as I was playing the Shadowbringers expansion, I thought to myself, holy fucking shit, this could be its own game. It really fucking could. This is quality. But after that, I kind of just fell out of it. I was like, I'm not okay with buying the same game over and over again anymore. I don't want this to become FIFA, because that's what it feels like right now. Final Fantasy feels like FIFA. It feels like the same game that's slightly different, and they just put a number next to it and re-release it. And it makes me sad, because it's like, come on guys, you could do better than this, I think. I mean, I'd like to believe you can do better, but I see your business practices, Square, and I'm like, ooh, you're next on the chopping block, I think. You know, it could happen. Square Enix is only a game company. It has no external subsidiaries. Also, I don't know what this pattern I'm doing. I was thinking to myself, this will be a cool picnic blanket pattern. Yay! But I've just kind of fucking wet the bed. I don't know what that was. So, get it over and done with. Yeah, you know what, that kind of works. It's picnic blanket-esque. Holy shit, fucking... You know next to nothing about Final Fantasy? That's a good thing. You know, a batch of MMORPG story as it got into lore a bit. FF. An actual FF game, 9 was your fave. You liked 6 as the bad guy wins. Bad guy wins! FIFA more like Tifa and her controversial looks. That was a weird point in history. Oh god, I don't want to repeat it. For the latter, you'll wait... and see which... Yeah, I don't want to talk about Pokemon anymore. I'm exhausted. I don't have the energy to care anymore. Too much, too soon. Gen 9 and Arceus probably are games I would like to enjoy and play, but that's not the issue here. The issue is too much, too soon. And the only thing they could have done to rectify that was to be patient and stop shitting out games. But they're not, they don't want to do that. So I'm here on my little chair, and at the moment I am just not interested in Pokemon. And it's probably going to be that way for a year at this point, because it's too much. They've chased me away. They have successfully chased me away. I am tired. I'm too tired for Pokemon. Dum, dum. Mine looks a bit more balked than the real one, but you know what? It's okay. Feels like it's just you totally get it. You're a holiday seller. Pushed out of 5 games, yeah. You know, I was looking up because I was wondering, to myself, where has this burnout come from for me? Because, as far as I can tell, there has only been 3 mainline games. And that's Sword and Shield, Let's Go, and the Shiny Pearl and Diamond remake, and now Legend of Arceus. So that's 4. And I was thinking to myself, 4 games is really that bad. So why am I so burnt out? So I did some research, and there's been way more Pokemon games than I realized that appear on the Switch. Way more. Let me read them out to you. We have new Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Legends of Arceus, Pokemon Shining Pearl and Funny Diamond, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Pokken Tekken Tournament DX, Pokemon Quest, Pokemon Cafe Mix, I think I've missed one out. Let me double check if that's all of them. I feel like I've missed one out. Maybe it's not a Western release. Oh yeah, Pokemon Home, but I don't class that as a game. That's like a utility item. Yep, that's everything. So once I looked up that list, I realized to myself, holy fuck, okay, this is justified. There's a lot of fucking Pokemon on the Switch. Holy fucking shit. So now I don't feel as bad for being burnt out. Party hats. Oh no, I've done that on the wrong layer. Shit, that was a good party hat shape too. Party hat. Let's give it some swirls. I'm gonna give this one some tissel tassel at the end. Yeah. Let's give you some greens and pinks on your party hat. Yeah. And Tissel will be yellow. Woo! Party hat. There's a bunch of sad games, there really is. There's so much. Reggie wanted play. Did I read this one already? The pandemic pushed back, and now I might get 5 games within 365 days. It's crazy. You want to play Pokemon Snap one day? These are all games I'm totally down for, except Pokemon Unite. I've got no interest in that. This is the thing, I've got no objection to playing these games. They're probably games that I'll enjoy, but I just can't do it, man. It's too much. I don't have the stamina for it. Meanwhile, F-Zero fans are still waiting for anything. You definitely check out a new F-Zero if that ever happens. Damn Skippy. You don't know how they do one that would be interesting enough for modern gamers. Modern gamers are... this is... someone's gonna find this one day and I'm gonna get crucified, but modern gamers are just babies. They don't really know what they want. Doing this is good enough for them. If you put it out and it's fun, they'll buy it. The modern gamer market doesn't exist. It's simply giving them fireworks that they think are pretty. There's no such thing as a modern gamer market. They'll buy whatever's currently interesting. Do you remember when Elden Ring first got announced? Apparently people hated it. Apparently people were going to boycott it because it was going to be easier than the rest of the games. Now the same people are buying it and saying it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. There's no point trying to get on their side because they don't know what they want either. It was Miyamoto who gave that excuse. Totally understandable. It's too much. F-Zero. I'd like a new F-Zero game. Hell, if they just ported F-Zero GX to Switch, that'd be fucking poggers. You wouldn't mind another Kid Icarus game? There's rumours on the wind. There's rumours on the wind that is Sakurai's next project. Because once he finished Smash, he said he's working on 3 projects. One was the Kirby game, which is available. The other is a new thing, new title, new franchise. Don't know. And another one says he can't say, but he did say it was something he worked on the 3DS, and he's been wanting to make a sequel for a long time. And I'm like, oh, could it be Kid Icarus? Because holy shit, the one on the 3DS was really good. Worked on the new Kirby, am I sure? Let me double check. I could be wrong. Sakurai, 3 games. News. Let me check the thingy. Okay. This is from December. Perfect. B. Wait, why am I doing it this way when I can just do this? Did Sakurai work on their new Kirby? Simple yes or no would be lovely. What the hell? That is not what I asked, Google. Sakurai. The hell's wrong with you? That's not what I asked for either. Jesus Christ. Internet's awful for this. Why is this so difficult to get an answer? I just want to know if he worked on it. Can anybody else find a yes or no, please? Because at the moment the internet's being a bitch. Did you mean samurai? No. I didn't. fuck this. I just wanted to know if he worked on it, and yes or no would have been great. It would have been great! If you like Sakurai, I can say thank fuck you, it's over. Now that Smash is wrapped up. I don't think he's interested in Smash anymore. If Sakurai does go back to Smash, I'll be very scared, because he'll kill himself. According to the Kirby Wiki, he hasn't been working on Kirby since 2004. Oh, fuck! I got my information wrong. What the hell am I thinking of, then? I would go look up articles, but I've been very lazy with today's doodles. I need to do what it is I'm here for. That's not the right shape. It's not 100%, but it's good enough. Hold on, I can straighten this out. Yeah, boy. I feel like Sakurai. Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that too. Sakurai's voices King DDD. Yeah, he does. That's a real. Designed from his potential how laboratory will snap. I don't think Sakurai should go back to Smash. I think he's done. Let it be somebody else's problem. He's given his best years to Smash. Let's leave it alone. Let him worry about other things. Like his family. How about that? Yeah, once I've done this picture, I need to look up where I got that information from regarding the next games he's working on. Because I remember reading he's working on some projects. And people are getting hyped that one of them might be a Kid Smickerus. A Smedlicorus. A Slipdibberus. This is working out to be pretty good. Yeah, more fun seeing the salt of why did the T block from Tetris not make it into game. I like seeing people get super angry over the roster because it just it helps me to create a list of people that I should avoid. I have a very delicious list on my Twitter account of people that I should stay away from. And moments like that is fantastic because I don't have to go looking for them. They just make themselves known. And it's like, you're a dick. You're a dick too. And you. It's really cool. It's a good time to be alive when that happens. Taking advantage of a bad situation is something we should all be taught how to do. You feel like the voice actor is the same. What? They prioritized a lot of optimistic energy from Uprising. What? Oh. My brain fucking died there for a second. I don't understand what you're talking about. Have I been asleep? Something's happened? I'm going to stop talking about Nintendo. It just makes me sad. I'm excited for tomorrow because we can finally start Monkey Month. And that's going to be great. That's going to be fucking bit. I have something planned for the first day. It's probably not something that anybody's gonna expect. It's not a game that I play. It's not the type of game that I play a lot on stream, so probably not gonna guess what it's gonna be, but I'm excited because since I've gotten it, I've been addicted to it. Like, I've been playing it for a couple of hours every day. I'm like, wow, it's like a fantasy. This is like a dream come true. What will you do when one day you run out of monkey games? Probably just repeat. Rinse and repeat. I have reservations for if I run out of monkey games this month, I'm going to revisit Ape Escape 1 for the PlayStation 1. But we're going to play the British dub instead of the American dub. Because I don't know if anybody remembers, last year we played the American dub of Ape Escape 1 for the PlayStation 1, and it was fucking hilarious. Absolutely awful voice acting, but it was fun. Very funny. And I was saying throughout the whole thing, man, we should play the British voice acting version because it's so much better. So, I have that. I have that on reserve. It's like, if I run out of space and we've got more monkey games to play, I have backup. I also have backup for this one's less likely because it's going to take a lot of time, and maybe I'll do this in the future, but do a 100% run of Tropical Freeze. Last year I just blasted through it. I just finished it. We didn't bother getting 100%. It was just to start to finish. But I do want to do a 100% run one day of Tropical Freeze on stream. That would be great, but that's like a 10 stream event. That's the whole month. Is that game out? It's going to be out by the end of March. So I'm going to I'm gonna try my best to line it up with the end of the month. Wait, hold on, is that true? The back of my head just told me that the release date for that game actually got revoked. Gibbon game. Yeah, Beyond the Trees. Early 2022. I swear it was like near the end of March. Yeah, no, it got revoked. I remember seeing an advert. I remember seeing an ad for it, and it was saying, it's gonna come out on the 25th of March, but then I also remember, because I wanted to see more information about it, that the date itself then got removed. It was like, actually, we don't know. It'll be early this year. And it's like, well, guys, unfortunately for you, early 2022 means January to March. So you may want to rethink your ETA advertisement. Because if it's not going to come out in March, then it's no longer early. But yeah, it might not even come out at all. You thought early 20XX meant the first 5 months. I thought so too. Let me check though, I could be wrong. What does early release fall under? Okay, well, it just sent me to a it sent me to a premature ejaculation help center. I can see how it thought I meant that. Let me try and reword this. Video game release Windows category. Now it's just give me a big list of Windows 94 release dates. Okay, well, I'm done. I'm done trying. Fuck's sake. I'm fucking Christ. I don't get how it's so hard to find stuff you want to know anymore. It's funny. It's funny how Google for a long time was the place to get information, and it was very easy to isolate what it is you wanted to know. But now it's gone the opposite way of the shoehorn. Now there's so much information that any extra word that's not necessary in the web spider just sends you somewhere completely different. And it's like, fuck! How specific do I need to be now to get what I want? I hate it. Future sucks. Burb eyes. Burb is. Oh my god. I did a very poor job there. Hold on. Let's make this look more natural. That looks like death. Yeah, the bird looks dead. Hold on. Let me try and fix this. Give me a hot second. Okay, almost there. There we go! Now the bird looks alive. Holy shit, that was close. It's funny how color can do that. That's really fun. Oh, whoops. Speak. Okay. This what I'm about to talk about is a very male problem. But it was so out of the blue that I did start to like question whether or not I should go to the doctors. But there's a new law that passed in the UK during the corona scare that hospitals and any form of medical representative are allowed to take your information and to just advertise checkups, appointments directly to your phone whenever. They have permission to do that now. So every now and then, I'm going to get a text from the NHS telling me to do something about me. And I got one that I was like, I shouldn't be getting this. I'm almost 30 years old. But then, that's when it struck me. I was like, wait a minute, is 30 the age when it happens? The NHS text said... Hold on, where's my phone? Let me read it out to you. I don't want to ad-lib it. It was the way it was worded as well. It sent me for a loop. I was like, what the fuck? Want to become famous, eh? Not really. Okay, here it is. Our records show that you have not been for a prostate exam in over 10 years. Visit this website or call 119 to book an appointment. Or find in our walk-in offices to get a quick once over before you leave. What? This is from the NHS. It's the same number from the same people who were giving me my vaccination updates. A quick once-over. Yeah, I wouldn't call a grown man sticking his thumb up my ass to check for lumps a quick once-over. What the hell? In over 10 years. Okay. Here's a piece of education for you. Prostate. It's a male organ. Women don't have a prostate. The prostate is responsible for some very fun things, but it can also become cancerous. Scary. However, the scare for prostate cancer does not happen until your mid to late time in life. So your 40s to 50s. That's when it develops strongly, if it's going to happen. Now here's the thing. I'm 29 years old. I don't need to worry about that shit for a long time. So my brain was like, why the hell is it sending me an extremely vague cancer check? And then I remembered. I remembered something that I must have repressed from a long time ago. When I was 18, 19, something happened to my lower regions that got me into a big scare. I'm not going to talk about it. Just assume that something happened that made me worry for my life. So I went to the doctors and I was like, Doc, there's a storm brewing downstairs. I need some help. So, you know, they did the old once-over. They lubed up, put the glove on, and got to work. And they were like, everything's fine. It's just an infection. So, based on that, I completely forgot that happened. Based on that, I guess they just have records that I had a prostate exam when I was in my teens. And they don't know how old I am. On their records, they just knew that it's been over 10 years since my last one. And it just got sent automatically. And it baffled the fuck out of me. I was like, why am I being sent this? This is not something I need to worry about. It's equivalent of like, it's equivalent of like getting sent an email about tooth loss. It's like, you may want to go check up and get your dentures. It's like, what the hell? I'm still in my 20s. What are you talking about? It was weird. It sent me in a loop though, because I was like, I'm not old enough for this. Am I? So I went on an internet dive. I was like, oh no. Oh no, should I be worried about this? Should I stop eating meats? Processed meats specifically. No, it's a funny little story that happened to me today. Fucking weird. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna go for a checkup. My my boy bean is fine. And you can tell. You don't need to go to docs to find out. You can tell just by some household things you can do. I'm not going to go into them. Oh, they're not yellow. They're brown? Oh yeah, I should talk about the boomer. You know the boomer next door that occasionally erupts from his sleep and starts screaming and I can hear it through the walls? The last time I spoke about it, I mentioned that I will go to the other people in the building and see if anybody else is having a problem with it. So I did some investigation and it turns out... yes, they are. There are other people that are concerned. But there are people who are like me, that didn't want to pry into information. They just know about it and let it happen because it's like, well, what can you do? You know, all you can do is talk to the guy and find out what the problem is. And that's where this part of the story comes in. I knocked on one of the doors, who is below the man, so a cubicle below, so he hears it all from above, like Jesus Christ. And apparently he actually went and spoke to the man, and I was like, oh, this guy's actually brave. He's legitimately tried to speak to the man, and I tried to do that too. I don't know if you guys remember. I got into an argument with him, and it sent me in a foul mood for a few hours. But he found out some information about him. It turns out that he's been married 3 times. He has 8 children. And he's been kicked out of all 3 of his homes that he previously owned for domestic violence. And once I learned that, all the pieces started to drop. I was like, ooh. This explains a lot about his character and why he insists of screaming at the top of his lungs. So it turns out this man is just a horrible human being who lives a horrible life. And instead of, you know, changing and becoming happy, he sits in his room and screams. And he lives alone. That was something I wanted to find out. I wanted to know if he is living with somebody. Is he screaming at himself or it's people? But no, he lives alone. And that's pretty much it. How much child support is he paying? I don't think he's paying anything. So yeah, the only thing I didn't find out was why does he go dormant for a while? Because he sometimes he does it for an entire week, Sometimes he does it for a couple of days. Sometimes he does it for one evening. But he does go dormant. He does stop. And here's the thing. I don't think he has a vehicle. I don't think he leaves. I have never actually seen his door open. I know he lives in that place, and I've seen him out of there, but I don't think he actually has anywhere to be. So there's a lot of information that I'm still unsure of. Does he actually go somewhere? Or does he just have psychotic episodes? Like, jokes aside, that, you know, maybe he is mentally ill due to all this trauma he's built up from being an asshole from all these years. And he, like, releases it like a steam engine and then goes back into his slumber. I have no idea. This dude sounds like some kind of bad mental health probably. But it doesn't sound like he wants to do anything about it. I don't know. I don't feel bad for the guy, by the way. I don't feel bad for the guy because if there's one thing in Stoke that we do have, it's a lot of mental health programs. Believe it or not, Stoke-on-Trent is one of the leading places in the UK that has a flipping butt-ton of mental health programs and support. We have a ton. Some cities say too much, but forget about that. So it's not like there isn't help. And this place lets you know it too. There is advertisement for this shit everywhere in this city. All sorts of help. I've been to them myself, and apparently I don't need it. That was a weird day. I'll talk about that in a sec. That's a fun story. But there's plenty of help. There is not a service in the city that will not take you on. So there's a part of me that's like, yo, I feel bad for your life, man. It sounds like you're living in squalor. But does he want it? Does he want help? He might not want help. Might just be set in his ways. Like a boomer should. The boomer way. I'm set in my ways. My way is right. Fuck you. This music, by the way, fits perfectly with what we're talking about. You can't help but think the Family Guy episode where Peter gets a prostate exam. It wasn't like that. It was very uncomfortable, but it wasn't like that. Yeah, I thought for a time that I needed some mental health counseling because I had trouble understanding life. Just general living. I had trouble understanding the do's and don'ts of what the hell do you do to get a job? What the hell do you do to get noticed? What the bloody 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 blah, you know? So I thought, hey, let's go visit one of these mental health counselors and maybe they can point out something that I've overlooked. So I sat there and talked about their problems and I told them what I was thinking about. The standard spiel. And it, oh, that was a good glass too, but I've got to get rid of it. It's on the same layer as everything else. And it turns out at the end of the counselling, they were just like, dude, you're fine. It's like, apparently what's wrong with me is nothing. It's just part of being an adult. It's like, this is, like, it's not nice, but it's normal. It's like, the thought processes I've been having apparently are completely natural. Which is like, oh, perfect. And that was it. That was my story. There was this one time that my school sent me to a counselor because I'd been acting up. They classed me as a malcontent of all things. Like, what the fuck? This is... Come on. That is over-exaggeration to the max. And, I remember getting sent to the school counselor, and it was one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life. It was this completely empty, blank white room with 2 chairs, and one of the chairs was this lady who looked like a reject design of Mrs. Doubtfire. And instead of, like, greeting somebody normally like you should do, I opened the door, and the first thing she says to me is, I've heard a lot about you. So immediately that set me off. I couldn't help myself. I started laughing immediately. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Why does everybody think they're a Bond villain in this building? She should have been having a cat on her lap stroking its eye. I've been expecting you. Fucking Christ. So I started laughing, which didn't help my case. And, she started prying. I could tell she was offended, because she just didn't look entertained. She had that face on her. You know, the face of somebody who's set in their ways that doesn't want to tell you that you're being a bitch, but it's like, I'm being paid for this, so I'll put up with it. It was so strange. But anyway, so I sat down and I was just prepared for anything, because I already knew I messed up. It's like, I started laughing. I know I goofed, so what's she gonna say? You know, what's she gonna fill my ears with to try and make me feel bad because her life is so boring and meaningless that for some reason she has to take it out on me. She started talking about how my life is going down a deep, dark spiral. The reason why I got sent to that office to begin with is because I was a disruption. I was something to be monitored because I was something to take note. And it was the strangest fucking thing. I think that was my first exposure to propaganda. I was like 14, 15. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the time I got sent to the school council for being a malcontent. It was the strangest thing. I think that was my first exposure to propaganda, but I didn't know that's what it was. I was still learning about life. But it was fucking weird. It was the most bizarre fucking feeling, because she was telling me about all these things that I apparently was and was going to be because I couldn't conform to a regime that benefited everyone. So she started calling me things like, I'm gonna grow up to become a hardcore delinquent because I don't respect establishments. And that I needed to take my behavior more responsibly, because if I don't start taking life seriously, right now, apparently. She was urgent about that. She was like, if you don't start taking shit seriously now, screaming at this 14, 13-year-old, if you don't start taking life seriously right fucking now, you're gonna grow up to become a murderer. Okay, and I already mentioned how I laughed before walking in because she was like, I've been expecting you. That sent me at the giggles, so I was already... My humor balloon was bubbling already inside my gut. So when she told me that I was going to grow up to become a murderer, I fucking broke. I started laughing so hard. You know when you laugh so hard you start crying? Yo, if you don't start taking life seriously right now, you're gonna grow up to become a murderer. So, here's me having a 5-minute fit of just fucking wailing back and forth. I'm doing like the wobble dance in my chair, trying to calm myself down. She gets up and leaves, and in my brain, I just assume she's gone up and left because she's sick of me. She doesn't want to be around me anymore, so she's removed herself from the room. She's going to wait for me to stop laughing, and then she's going to return and continue her crap. So, I'm in there for about 10 or so minutes just on my own, just wiping away my tears. Just like, oh god, this is great. I'm thinking to myself, if she doesn't come back soon, I'll just leave and go home. Because this was after school. I forget to mention that. This was after school. Everybody's already gone home. I just did this because, I don't know. I don't know why I followed it. Maybe this was before I knew I didn't have to do what people told me to do. But she does return. She returns, and she's brought with her, drum roll, a gym teacher. Not the one that I know. Apparently, this PE teacher teaches the senior members of the school. So she sits down back in her chair with the gym teacher. He's brought his own chair. They sit down with me, and they look me square in the eyes. They look dead serious. They look like they're about to tell me that the school's on fire and we need to leave. They looked scared. They looked scared. So they looked at me and they said, "We're going to sign you up for some after-school training to get rid of all of this energy and angst that you've built up." So apparently me laughing at her stupid performance means that I've got too many beans in me and I need to get it all out. And this is where the story should end. There should be like me just going, "Oh, okay, sure, yeah," and then just not do it. This is where the story should end, but it got a bit worse, and this is when... This was the beginning of me realizing that adults are just fucking big children, and no matter what you've been brought up to believe, you should always follow what you truly believe is right. The gym teacher inches forward, leans forward, puts his fucking hand on my knee and goes, "Don't worry, buddy, we'll get through this." I fucking spring out of my chair, and I just say, "Okay, thank you, bye," and I run home. I fucking ran, I sprinted, and I could hear them both. They were going, "Hey, come back, this isn't over yet." And I was like, "Yes, it fucking is." I was fucking scared. I was like, "I'm out! No touchy! Bad touch!" I fucking sprinted home. I didn't tell anybody about this. I should have. I fucking should have. I should have told my parents. I should have told the faculty. I should have told all of my friends. But I didn't fucking mention it to anybody. And I'm glad. I'm glad nothing ever came of this. They did not approach me. They must... Okay. They must have realized that they made a huge mistake. Because once that happened, The council meetings never got brought up. These special classes to work out my angst never got brought up again. It all got dropped. So they must have realized when I fucking sprinted home, they must have had a moment where they were like, we pushed that too far. And they must have realized that they might get in trouble. It's like, oh god, he's gonna say something. I didn't. I didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. It was like some sort of strange pocket event that only 3 people will ever know. And that was it. No more consequences, no more anything. It was just done. It was weird. Not one of the funnest stories to think about. But, believe it or not, that's not the worst thing to ever happen to me in high school. And that's a story for another time. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Let's see, what are you guys saying? You wonder if she is the murderer? Yeah, it takes one to know one. I'm making this shit up. It's true, I'm sorry. The school I went to was filled with fucking psychopaths. It really was. It was filled with a bunch of fucking losers that all had, like, power fantasies, and when they became a teacher, they just no longer... They just no longer thought like human beings. They were just like, I can say and do anything to these children, so they all just started acting like Bond villains. They could have planned to bury me? I don't think. Okay. I don't think they were going to kill me, and I don't think, before anybody mentions it, or even thinks about it, I don't think him putting his hand on my knee was going to lead to anything. Anything. I don't think it was going to ever lead to anything like that. I just think it was a bad call of judgment. I just think he was trying to get on my... Trying to get personal. But... You know what would have been better for that? If he touched my shoulder, I wouldn't have freaked out. I would have been uncomfortable, but I wouldn't have freaked out. He touched my fucking knee, dude. Bad touch. Dude was an adult. He should have known better. After school exercise, my asshole. Yeah, exactly. You missed out what was... Trying... Why did you... Wait. You missed out on what was the thing why you left him around. He put his fucking hand on my knee. That's frightening. That could have gone south since it touched your leg. For some reason they needed to do that. Yeah. I honestly think it was just bad judgment. I don't think he was planning on anything. Just looking back now that I've got an adult mind, looking back on it, it looked like he just didn't know what to say or do. So he was trying to be, you know, he was trying to form a bond of some kind. For some old boomer thinks it's inappropriate, touching is fatherly. That was probably it. But to me, it wasn't fatherly. It was it fucking scared me. I was like, that's it, I'm out. They were gonna kill you. Message Columbo and see if they could get away with it. But Jesus Christ, that was the thing to experience. Yeah, happened all the time. It happened all the time. Our school, for some reason, our school, for some reason, had a bunch of experimental procedures for trying to, like, correct children. It was the weirdest shit. It really fucked up some of my friends. I had some friends that were nice kids, and later down the line, they just became fucking... They became delinquents themselves. It was really fucked up. I wonder how they're doing now. Ding 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 ding. Happy music. Ding ding Your high school had a fight turf war with another school, and it got so bad that they got a riot police out. Yo, fuck. That used to happen too. That used to happen in my school too. Oh my god, you know... Oh god, this... You just unearthed a fucking memory. I was only a spectator to this, thank god. Thank fucking god I was only a spectator to this, because I imagine if I got involved, this would have created some scars. Let me try and explain. Okay, we're still going to be working on this picture, don't worry. I want to add some stuff, but I also want to bring up this. Let me show you what my school used to look like. And I can do this, by the way, because my old school is burnt down to the ground and demolished, so it no longer exists. Thank fucking god. But okay, our school had a big square building in the middle. I'm not going to do the whole thing, so this is like the thing. And this is... You'll see what I'm trying to do. There was a balcony and some stairs that came down here. And over here was an overlook to a big yard. And there was some stairs that came down here. And around the side were more classroom buildings. So it was a very symmetrical school. So you can walk down there, blah, blah, blah. This is the layout. And all of this was yard. Just a big piece of concrete. All of this. Just big, blank, nothing. But somewhere down here... let me just, like... Imagine all of this is a lot more room than you think. But around about here, the road kind of shrinks and veers off. And this is where the school bus would come in and out, and there's the gate. So all of this is happening at the farthest of far east, so it's hard to explain without making the map bigger. But anyway, I was spectating here. I was hanging out here next to the balcony, looking down at everybody. Looking down at everybody. You're an ant beneath my boat, and you always will be! But, I was just hanging out here, because on a good day, it looked nice, because you got a nice view of the city. But I was hanging out here, and there was a bunch of kids hanging out on the outside gate, and it was lunchtime. But that means it was also lunchtime for them too, for the rival school. And there was a bunch of them too. There must have been 20 kids, just all hanging outside of this gate. And slowly, the popular kids, the cool kids, decided, hey, we're going to check out what they want. So they came down here like, and they just sort of... You know that video of two dogs just outside each other's gates going... That's pretty much what happened. They just started barking at each other. You know, like, oh, you're a big fucking man. Check out the size of my bean. And it's like, yeah, it's all talk with a humongous fucking prison-sized gate between us. But here's the cool thing that happened, and I'm glad I saw it. These 20 kids, they had a fucking plan. Because not longer than 5 minutes then these people got involved. I'd say about, it was hard to tell because I'm all the way over here, so I'm seeing this from a long-ass bird-eye view. But a few of them crouched down to create steps, and the rest of them used the kids that are crouching down to get over the gates. Why were there two schools next to each other like that? Money. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So we've got like, let's say like 15 kids all barreling over this gate, and all three of these just went, oh fuck, and they just ran. They just booked it. And these 15 kids, oh god, these 15 kids just started targeting people. They didn't care who. They were punching everybody. They were punching seniors, they were punching juniors, they were punching women, they were punching men. They fucking just targeted everybody. It was fucking horrible. I don't know why, they just started doing it. And thankfully, I was up here. This is why I mentioned, like, thank God I was a spectator. Because if I was down here in the big yard and they saw me, I wouldn't have been able to run away quick enough. I'm like, oh, fuck! I would have been tackled and killed for sure. So I was watching this entire thing just like, oh my fucking God! And the teachers got involved really quick. Because there were teachers, like, stationed at certain areas to keep an eye on anybody. But this started happening, and all three of these teachers just started, whoa! And they were big men. Our teachers, the teachers that looked after the yard at the bottom were big. They were either really tall, really fat, or really stout. Either way, they were large men. And they got involved. They started, like, peeling kids off of each other that were trying to fight. One of them got a radio out and they were calling more teachers to come down and help. Some of the bigger, older kids that were like pretty much just adults already, like puberty hit them like a ton of trucks and they're already bearded, fully grown men, were coming in, helping the teachers. Like, oh fucking Christ, it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. There was blood too. Some people got hit so hard that there were punctures. It was fucking terrifying. I remember... Oh, God. Fuck, I just remembered this bit. This was fucking horrible. This actually makes me sad. I remember when this whole thing got sorted out. Because when the teachers got involved, most of that group ran away. They jumped back over the fence and fucked off back to wherever they came from. But there were some that stayed because, I don't know, they got a fucking taste for it. But when it all settled down, because all the kids got tired and the ones that caused it all got pinned down to the ground and it was like, you're in fucking trouble. But I remember the aftermath and it made me, it fucked me up. I went home after this. It was midday. And I asked if I could go home because of what I saw. They didn't. They said, no, you have to stay, but I was like, okay, well, I'm going anyway, so I just left. I got detention for it, but I honestly didn't want to stay in school anymore. There was a kid that, I don't know why, I guess he just got punched harder than everybody else, but I think he got socked in the face so hard that a couple of his teeth fell out. And it's not so much the injury, it's just the mess that it made. He was bleeding profusely from the face. And I remember one of the teachers picking him up. And he was bleeding so much there was a trail heading towards the gym. And it fucked me up because I remember like stepping a bit closer. Like once it was all over, I got to here. Just like to get a different view of the place. And I remember the trail. I remember seeing it. It was like... just went up here and went that way. And I followed it. I fucking followed it around the back and I saw it led to the gym. And I had this moment. I don't know if anybody's ever had this moment, but when something is so important in the moment, everything just becomes quiet, even though there's lots of commotion. There's like this... and then you come back to everything. And when I came back, I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. So I went home. There was some really fucked up shit that happened. Terrifying. Public school in a city with everybody is poor. You don't even know what to say. There's nothing to say. It's just angry children being taught by angry people. I wonder, I would have been ripped off of that school and been homeschooled at that point. It was completely normal in Stoke for that to happen. Green Dude, yeah, like Green Dude mentioned, like there was a riot outside of his school. That would happen too. Like schools in Stoke-on-Trent, they were just dangerous. And it's like, yeah, this is awful, but there's nothing better. We can't leave the city to go to school. This is the best we've got. You just had to make do. you would have been traumatized. I honestly think I was, but I coped somehow, and it's obvious. I think it has shaped. That event did shape me, but I don't know. Nothing like that could have happened in Finland. Detention for what? Because I went home. Oh, dig it down. You got stabbed in the face with a pen in high school. I remember that story, yeah. And you know what, Fox? Okay, you know what pisses me off the most about that story? Not the fact that you got stabbed, the fact that you forgave the guy. God damn it. Green Dude is such a fucking saint. If I got stabbed in the face with anything, I wouldn't have forgiven that guy. I would have been like, okay, well, you're nasty. We're not friends anymore. Fuck you. You just turn around and you're like, oh no, it's no problem, dude. I know the story. The story is he didn't mean to do it, and he was sorry, but he fucking at least make things even, dude. Push him down the stairs or something. Whatever. I don't think you've ever saw a single fight during your schools. I was a creepy little kid, and now you're a creepy adult. Fuck. That's mean. Butterfly. You think it was a fight between two guys that happened in a staircase when you were in junior high? Boys be fighting. I want to put some sheep in the background. Not some detailed sheep, just like some little poofs. Like this. Give them some legs. You once stabbed a girl you had a crush on in the ankle with a writing instrument. I forgot it was a pen or some pencil. Dude, fucking Christ. What was the worst thing I did to somebody at school? Because I'm talking about all these horrible things. It's like, yeah, aren't they nasty? Aren't the people I'm talking about, aren't they nasty? I'm not a saint. I did some horrible shit too. But I'm trying to think of a good one that I can tell. Not out of context, just because of story. Like, I've honestly forgotten a lot about my school days. Let's see, what's the worst thing I did? Or one of the worst things I did. I remember me and a friend of mine teamed up to push a large kid down the stairs. And when I say large, I don't mean he was fat, I mean he was a bigger kid. Terminology ruined. He was an older kid than us, but he kept picking on us. And we got sick of it, and we decided to bait him over to a staircase. And we teamed up and grabbed his legs and pushed him down the stairs, and he fucking fell. We got in so much trouble for that. We got in so much fucking trouble for that. Teamed up? We had to. He was a big guy. He was huge. He was like 1.5 feet taller than us, and he was built. We had to team up. We couldn't have done it on our own. But it wasn't the end of it. He got his own back. It only stopped when he graduated. He never stopped being a dick. Can't think you did anything particularly bad. You once told off by a teacher for throwing a snowball at the back of a boy who had been bothering you when you were 10, you think? Throwing snowballs was forbidden. Throwing snowballs was forbidden too. Because, I don't know if this is a true story or not, it never happened in our school, but stories go around. But apparently, a school over, somebody hid a stone inside of a snowball and threw it at a kid. And well, you can imagine what happened. And because of that story, snowball fights were illegal in our school. Not allowed. Just in case somebody gets the idea. Can't remember who did any. It was just a weird. You were just a weird kid, but most teachers liked you because you were a straight A student and behaved well. I behaved sometimes. And some teachers did like me. I was very 50-50. I wasn't straight A, but I wasn't a flunk either. I wasn't a good kid, but I wasn't a bad kid. I kind of just did what I liked. And if it happened to fall into the realms of evil or good, then I guess that's just the way it was. Never really thought about I never thought about what something I didn't at that point. I never thought about I've never thought about the greater picture. I never thought about how is this going to make me look, or how is this going to affect my behavior when I'm older, when I think this is normal place. I just did what I liked. I was a very typical child. It's kind of remarkable that I grew up the way I did. I just tried to stay out. You just tried to stay out of trouble and mainly avoided bullies. Sometimes you can't avoid the bullies. I tried. Teenage girls, social games. My god. My god. Just kept your head down and trucked along. I think everybody tried to do that, but sometimes events just the universe just doesn't want you to do that. Sometimes it's like, listen, I'm gonna take the wheel. You're gonna entertain me for a sec. Thinking about school days is so depressing. It really fucking is. I can't believe so many people glamorize their school years and think it was the best time of their lives. Those people are the ones who fucking bullied me! The ones that glamorize their school years are the ones who were the fucking problem! God damn it! Ooh, I know what I want to do. I was thinking of adding another animal here, but I know what I want. Worm. Oh no, the worm. No. That was a good worm, but. Yeah. Worm. This is looking pretty good. The sky looks a bit empty, though. Oh, of course! God, I'm stupid. Bribs! And then over here, we'll do something a bit more detailed. A line of geese. Yeah, this is looking much better. Oh god, this music! I don't know why, but for some reason, both Rye and Peppermint, whenever they try to do an emote, it just comes up as text. It's very funny to me. Okay, what are you guys saying? The old saying is true, if you weren't bullied, you were the bully, exactly. Exactly! School sucked as it is now. I just look back and you're like, I've got to have done decent if I focused up. We all think that, but you gotta remember we were just kids and or teenagers, you know? We did the best we could. We didn't really care about doing anything like 3 to 5 subjects a day. Yeah, exactly. We gotta remember, we've all got to remember that. It's like, we could have done better, but could we have? We were just kids. Looks like the slime is trying to cheer up the boy's birthday. Yeah, you're right, yeah. It's Chocobo's birthday. It's like, come on, cheer up, it ain't that bad. Why couldn't we have done this at home? Like, I get it, yeah, picnic, you do that outside, but, you know, we could have eaten these... We could have eaten cake and grapes at home. Come on, don't you like the fresh air? Yeah, it's great, it's just... You know... I like my sofa, it's comfortable, Well, don't you like the blanket? The blanket's nice, just... The sofa's more comfortable, you know? I don't know. This is super cute. I'm proud of this one. It's nice. High school was bad. Like the teachers, but they were... Blah. Liked the teachers, but some of them, the times, they fucking sucked. Damn skippers. Oh my god, the head banging. You can see the emotes in your own chat, but it's just text for your stream. It's text for me. Like, it looks like it's just text for me. You can see it's on your own chat, but it's just text on your stream view. It really is. Emotes are a bit broken, it seems. Maybe I need to tweak something. I find it funny how it got worse than an F in high school, but went to get a degree in arts and animation. It's because grades don't matter. I did more than enough if people who design the physics final exam who should have done better, since they had questions about stuff we didn't study and weren't in the book. It's still a bit... Ugh, that sucks. A gorilla playing Gran Turismo with a steering wheel emote controller. That'd be a good one. Kirby music fits this piece. It really does. I feel kind of bad. We've only done 2 pieces today, but it's fine. It's good. Choco, Bow, and Slime. Yeah. I was ace at electromagnetism and nuclear physics. Electromagnetism and nuclear physics. I'll have you know. Why the fuck did they choose to ask questions on topics we didn't even know when they were in the final exam? I don't know, they were dicks! This was a fun stream? Yeah. We talked about all sorts today. It was good. I do like Doodle streams, because it's like a... We draw pictures, and it's like a just chat. They're nice. I think this would be a nice way to send off February. Yeah, I'm going to finish a bit earlier than normal. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to finish a bit earlier than normal today. Also, I've got humongous appetite all of a sudden. I think what I had for lunch wasn't as good as I had hoped for, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. That green dude. 95. Okay, I've just put green dude's request in the list. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching today. Tomorrow we start Monkey Month! Monkey Month March. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I really am. I've been practicing a lot for this game. It's going to be fun on the bun. Looking forward to seeing you there. Have a good time. I'll see you soon. Bye.